Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice. This is Paula. And we are going to be talking about the word scary for RPG a Day 2019, day 19.
18?
19.
19.
19.
Shit. Okay.
So,
Bad.
let's get started. All right, so have you ever played in a scary campaign?
Oh my gosh, you're so taken away.
No, I'm not. You don't even know where I'm going with this.
What I was gonna say.
Because this is where I'm going with it. I've never played.
You jumped in because you knew I was gonna do this.
I had no idea. Yes,
No.
I read her
Okay,
mind. So
so
this is the problem we have.
since
She thinks I read minds. I'm just a man.
You asked
I don't read
me
minds.
the question. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it.
You have
for
no idea where I'm going with it.
You just said,
No.
have you played in a scary
That
game?
doesn't mean I'm talking about a scary campaign.
You
Go ahead.
just asked if I've played in a scary
Yeah.
campaign before. Like, you were asking me a question, so now I'm going to answer the question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that okay?
No.
Or do you want to continue on
ahead.
with what you were saying?
Go ahead. You said you were going to hijack my topic.
No, I didn't.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So the answer is no, I have not.
Okay.
Tell me more.
No, there's nothing to tell you. So I've never played in a scary campaign either. However, and I kind of figured you hadn't. However, when playing in a game, I know there are some people in our games who get incredibly scared depending on the monsters you put out. For instance, in Tomb of Annihilation, you put out a frost giant. And our group freaked out and said, we should run. And metagaming galore happened. Like, oh my gosh, we should run.
Yeah.
We're not strong enough. And I'm like, I attack it. Or actually, we were trying to stealth. And I was like, I'm in heavy armor. I'm not good at stealth. I get disadvantage. And I'm going to run over here. And it saw me. And then that's like what started it. But anyways, we're not going to go into that story because she didn't want me to tell
But
you
you're
that
talking
story.
about people getting scared.
About certain monster types.
Yeah.
Like when I had the dragons behind the DM screen, which I've mentioned before. Or when, people see that I have a beholder mini, people freak out. Like, some players get scared of certain monsters. And a lot of it's because of the player knowledge, not the character knowledge. And it kind of drives me nuts. Like, I wish...
It's metagaming.
Yes.
Metagaming.
I would love to have a group that, like, rather than just say, okay, we found out we need to go into the woods, these woods that we know nothing about, and go find this item. We know nothing about anything out there. Why doesn't that group try to, like, get intel in the town? It's a good roleplay moment. And then you could actually find out, maybe I have a beholder out there, but maybe it's not, like, from the book. It doesn't have all these abilities. Maybe it's been attacked before and it's lost ability. Like, you guys don't know. So what's the point of being afraid of it, right?
Yeah.
You should gather intel before you go into a tomb or into the Tomb of Annihilation or the forest or whatever.
Right.
And I feel like there's a lot of good roleplay moments that are left out. And
I get what you're saying.
It would help you not get freaked out and scared by a monster just from knowing that it's there once you see it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you prepare for a Medusa and
it.
know to bring a mirror if you never gather intel in the first place?
Yes. I do think that there should be some credit given to people who are trying to play their character, though.
Yeah.
Right? If they...
Which would be to gather intel.
Maybe, but maybe not. I've had characters before where... their character flaw. Because I love creating, having a flaw for my characters.
No, you don't.
I do.
Not mechanically.
No, yes, personality. Personality flaw. I don't want to be, I don't want to be missing an eye or,
okay.
An arm.
Don't worry. Wait till the critical
like
hits
that.
and the permanent injury table comes out.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't wait to use that.
You're so terrible.
It's going to be awesome.
Good thing you're not running any games I'm playing in right now.
Yet. Soon. Very soon.
Do you want to start next week?
I would love to. Then we'd have to start a new campaign. I'm not running Tomb with that group. I would be too deadly. There would be hurt feelings.
You could run something different.
Yeah, they won't want to do that.
Okay.
Let's just keep doing that.
We'll take that offline.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that?
Playing your character flaws.
Yes. Okay. So I've had character flaws a lot of times where it's...
Well, 5th edition forces you to
somebody
pick one.
who, just like jumps right in to everything.
Mm-hmm.
As a person too, I can tell you a lot of times when I'm at work, I'm like, ooh, problem. Okay, everybody, let's fix the problem. Let's do this.
Let's jump right
and
into it.
And I just like jump into things and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to figure it out as I go. Let's go.
Right.
Like that.
And someone else might be working on it already.
No, not usually.
Usually.
Usually I'll check around to see with other people if they're working on it. Like, hey, has anybody done this before? But it's really common that I will just launch into things. Most of the time in my job, I end up just like creating my own stuff for me to work on versus like normally somebody's like, here, you work on this. I'm like, bring it to me. So I think that is part of a problem, as in me being myself playing my character, that I'm just like, oh, look, cave, let's go in the cave because that person was seen going into the cave, so let's just go find out. Like,
yeah, but that's not always your flaw with your character.
If I'm going to know ahead of time,
Right.
It's like, what difference, if I know ahead of time, I'm more likely to back out.
Sure. But think about it. Every game I've ran that you've been in, not a single person has ever, doesn't matter which group it's been, has ever really tried to gather any intel whatsoever. They hear of a hook and they either just run with it. Yeah. No matter what. Like, oh, okay. DM's telling us we need to go here. Let's go. Like, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
It's not like playing the character necessarily. The only one that was ever hesitant is when Dustin found out that his character's vocal cords could be healed because he was playing a mute character, which I thought was posing a problem for the group. And so I gave a solution from a wizard that if he got the dust of a fallen vampire, that his vocal cords could be healed. And he was like, like you could tell he didn't want to go after it. It like changed everything. But everyone else was like, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
And he was like, okay. But that was the only time that I can think of running games for you guys. Any of our groups.
I too was going to ask you if you have ever played in any sort of like scary horror campaign.
I played a game of Cthulhu, which is on my channel. It's one of my more popular videos. But I was a player in it, and I was distracted. I think I had to help you because there were a couple times you texted me and I had to pull away from the game, and then stuff like that.
I think that was when Caleb was having issues sleeping.
Yeah, and it was a later game. But Call of Cthulhu, I think Call of Cthulhu sounds cool. However, I don't get freaked out by games at all.
Yeah, so
it doesn't interest me that much.
So this is what I was going to ask about like scary games or horror games. So if you have something to contribute, feel free to comment. Because I have not played in any sort of scary games. I haven't played in any sort of horror games. I think it would be hard for me to really feel scared or feel that level of like horror without an amazing GM to run and describe.
So even if we turned all the lights off and put some candles out and had some ambiance music and like a fog machine, because I've heard of people doing this for like Call of Cthulhu and stuff.
Oh really?
Oh dude.
Oh, it's like intense then.
Or like Vampire, people do it for that too.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a scary game or not, but like yeah, people do like the music and everything like to give this more of an intense feel. I don't think you'd be into that. I think you would be like, it was weird.
I don't think I would be, like, I think it would be interesting, but I don't think it would get me to the point where I was, like, scared.
Right.
Scared. Like, I really have to
It might have a creepy feel, but it's not scary or anything. Like, you'd be totally fine.
Yeah, because it'd be like, okay, like,
it's
if
like
you're
going
sitting
into a Halloween
in a haunted house... like a haunted house or whatever that you're going through, it'd be like stopping in a room and sitting there and nobody's jumping out at you.
Oh, but if I rigged a string with a big spider up right above her spot and I made it drop at the right time, That would work.
If nobody's going to jump out at me, I'm not going to be that scared. Like,
Right.
so it doesn't seem like... And maybe they just mean horror as in, like, a horror theme or a horror factor or something like that. But it just, like... I'm not sure if people actually get, like, really intensely, like, moved by it.
You're familiar with
seems
some
like
of
it would
the
be
mechanics,
difficult.
right? There's, like, madness mechanics.
Yes.
So, like, your character goes insane. So you see more things throughout, like, that other people might not see.
Yeah.
So, mechanically, your character can get scared. So I guess I can see that. And, like,
Yeah, but I feel like
I
that
don't
would
think
be
you
hard
fully dedicate to a character, though, either, like that.
I think
where,
it would
like,
be
you
hard
go,
to, like, you know,
Yeah.
really get into it. I can do that if other people are like that.
Right.
But it's really hard for me to be the only
Most
one
of our groups haven't been like
who's like that.
Yeah. I try to, when I find people who are like that, I try really hard to hang on to them as players. But they usually have other games and other commitments.
We also
unfortunately.
moved a lot, and
Yeah, 8 times in
makes
9
it
years.
hard.
So, makes a lot of things hard. So, all right. So, anyways, if you want to weigh in on maybe how you would handle players not gathering intel before going on adventures, or how you would handle making Paula scared in a game, that would be great to hear about.
yeah, if you think you could scare me in a game,
There you go.
I'm game for.
There we go.
giving it a shot.
Maybe I can let her stream a game as a player, and someone can host a scary game on the channel,
Oh, that'd be cool.
and then I'll like stay with the kids.
We should do it for like Halloween or something like that.
You could do that.
That'd be cool. It'd be fun.
There you go. So if you want to run a game for Paula and try to scare her, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And we'll just set that up. Anyways, so this was Master the Game. I'm Juice. This is Paula. This was day 19. Scary. Be sure to hammer the like button, smash the subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time. Game on.